Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Shintaro and Peter show with Peter. You today, we're going to talk a little bit about what can you do for judo right now
Yeah, for the sport of judo.
for the
As
sport of
a
judo
practitioner, I mean, you specifically want to talk about hobbyists, or you want to talk
for
about more
everybody,
legit
every
everybody?
single
Okay,
person that does judo right now. What can we do for the sport to help it grow?
in America,
Not even in America,
in
just
America.
period. Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay, it's a
yeah.
big question. All right.
And it starts with the little things, right?
Yeah.
What we need in judo, I think, are two things. We need industry behind it. Like we need a judo industry. That's what we need.
Uh huh.
Okay, just like how there's smooth comp now, right? And there's flow wrestling and flow grappling, and there's like a streaming service that's an
Uh huh.
industry, right? And then BJJ fanatics, actually judo fanatics is a thing now.
Right.
Okay, right. So that's
I've
like
heard of that.
but it's
Yeah.
much smaller than the average
Uh,
jiu-jitsu spend, right?
yeah.
So if you look at the size of BJJ fanatics versus
Uh
judo
huh.
fanatics, at least we have some.
Hmm.
But if there's money flowing into that, it'll help the sport. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So we got to talk about growing the industry, and we
Hmm.
have to be a part of a marketing machine for
Hmm.
judo. And now it's not what it used to be, right? Takeout ads and this and that, whatnot. Everyone has Instagram.
Uh.
Okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about helping our peers, our
Okay.
people through marketing and industry. That's what we're talking.
Peers, as in other judo players.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our judo peers. I'm talking.
Okay.
And this is the whole thing, right? I've been talking about this nonstop, and everything that anyone does to try to help the sport, right?
Uh,
Whether it's like a bureaucracy thing or like doing a Newaza tournament or all these different ideas are great.
right.
But first and foremost, it needs to drive membership in everybody's dojo. And that's
Mhm.
my number one thing across the board. Whatever that we do, if we're going to spend time on it and double down and put our efforts into it, it has to grow base level membership. And I've been
Yeah.
saying this nonstop. It's like, oh, how can we attract more guys to these competitions? I was like, you're already wrong.
Right. It's not about
Yes, it's
we're
like,
like
yeah,
trying to run before we learn
no,
how to
it's
walk. Yeah.
horrible. It's the worst thing
Yeah.
ever. And think of any dojo, what percentage of people in the room are actual high level competitors? Very, very small percentage.
Yeah.
So now I want to take all these non competitors and shove them into these competitions for what? For extra $75 for entry fee and you get 50 more, but those people end up quitting because they get bombed. That's horrible for the sport. That's not even good
Yeah.
for the sport. So
Yeah.
that's not what we should be doing, pushing guys to competition. Competition is good for you. Competition is bad majority of the times if you're trying to grow the sport.
Yeah.
It has to be done in a strategical way. It has to take a place in this machine. But for majority of the people who are running dojos out there, it's not a good thing. It really is
Right.
not.
Yeah. S- So yeah, yeah. I mean, we like you said, we've talked about this a lot,
Yeah.
and I got the idea. But I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this industry. So industry, the even with the industry, the goal is to drive membership.
Yeah.
So, and
Somewhat.
what kind of industry are you thinking of?
Let's
Because
talk about merch. Yeah.
I see a lot of overlap with BJJ. Does
Yes.
it matter that it overlaps, or do we need to do something different?
I think the one thing, because this is like, what can you do right away today, right?
Yeah.
Go to your dojo tonight, and if they sell a t-shirt, buy it and wear it.
Yeah.
We all walk down the street, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Right? People wearing these dumb t-shirts, right? Whatever brand it is. How many t-shirts do you own that are like industry? Look what the shirt I'm wearing right now. Fuji Sports.
Fuji.
That's an industry, right? That's
Oh
my
man,
people's industry.
you
Okay.
you're shaming me because I'm not wearing a industry shirt.
Yeah,
I got
Peter, if you're
I
not watching this, he's wearing a gray little Henley from like Gap or something. I don't know where'd you get that?
I don't know.
No, but it doesn't
Oh,
have to be, right? Look,
industry,
how
industry.
many shirts do you guys own?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
20,
A
30
lot.
shirts,
Yeah.
buy a judo shirt.
All
Okay.
right.
That's one. So now there's more money flowing in. Maybe that incentivizes me to do more merch.
Uh,
ShintaroHigashi.com, you can buy a judo t-shirt.
uh,
Okay. Then people, if there's money in it, right? This is the thing about t-shirts. It's the volume game.
right, right.
Margins are very small. It's paper thin margins. So selling 50 shirts, 100 shirts, not going to do you anything. What is that? What is the ROI on your time and money? Very,
Right,
very
right.
little. But now all of a sudden, if everybody in the US judo starts buying judo t-shirts and 10,000 shirts are sold, and the margins are, I don't know, $15, $10 per shirt. Now you're getting somewhere. That was a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
all of a sudden, there's a potential for all these people buying judo t-shirts, right? All the best designers are going to come in. All the people who are creative are going to come in. All the entrepreneurial types who do judo are going to make their own shirts and sell those shirts.
Right.
How many people have tried to
Yeah.
make a judo t-shirt and sell it and sold 9 shirts? And they're like, this is not, it's a waste of time. Now you got to support your industry from your people,
Uh,
you know?
so how okay, so you can
For us, by us.
That's right.
Don't even get
but
me started about people who, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm saying like, you got to spend with your people, right? Your people, not ethnically. I'm not saying that. So you're talking about judo people.
judo people.
Support your
yeah.
own judo people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like support local businesses kind of thing.
Absolutely. Why are you going to go to
Yeah.
Walmart and buy a Nike t-shirt?
Yeah.
Go to your dojo and buy a judo t-shirt. Simple.
Yeah.
Right? Judo
For
gis,
same-
judo gis, jiu-jitsu gis, right? Buy
Yeah.
another one. Buy the same one. See who the famous, and you know what? This is the thing, right? You're going to spend money.
Yeah.
Spend it on your peers. That's what I'm saying. Then there's an industry that starts booming.
Yeah.
And yes, judo gis are a little bit more expensive to buy from your local club as opposed to Amazon, right? Because there is a distributor cost that we pay as dojo owners. You know what I mean? Right.
But that money goes right back into your community.
It
It's
does.
like,
It
yeah,
does.
that's why you
Yeah.
should try to, of course, you're the small grocery stores down the street are maybe a
Yeah.
little more, more expensive. But if you spend money there, the owner can turn around and then make the store better for the whole neighborhood.
Yes.
The same idea.
Yeah. Same idea.
Yeah.
And then, when you
yeah.
buy the shirt, whoever made it, whoever you bought it from, tag them so they could reshare it.
Yeah.
Right. We've got to be visible. We have to sort of push each other's things and then go together. Right. So that's marketing, right? At its best.
Right.
What else can we?
Yeah.
Sure right now.
What else can we do in terms of that right now? So we're talking about immediate action.
Immediate action. First,
Yeah.
buy yourself.
Yeah. A judo t-shirt.
Yeah. Perfectly
merch.
released from ShintaroHigashi.com. No, but seriously, it doesn't have to be from me. Right? I
Yeah.
understand it's a tasting. You have to vote with your dollar. I'm a huge believer in sort of this like capitalistic
Yeah.
thing where it's like, hey, you vote with your dollar.
Yeah.
If you're looking at my designs on ShintaroHigashi.com and they suck, send me an email. Right? Tell
Yeah.
me what you would like to see. Send me a DM on Instagram. Tell Greg his designs are awful. I don't know. Right? But you could do that. Right? Greg designed a lot of my shirt style.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, right? You shopping around for judo shirts. If you like it, buy it, and hopefully it comes from a small mom and pop thing. Hopefully it comes from one of our peers. It's not like some t-shirt savant, business
Yeah.
person that's like, oh, judo's a niche market. Let's make some judo t-shirts and put it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's drop shipping and all this stuff, right? Print on demand, right? So know who you're buying from and vote with your dollars. That's the first and foremost, right?
Mhm.
If you want to get better, right? Buy DVDs. Not DVDs, physical DVDs, but like online instructionals.
Instructions.
It doesn't have to be from mine. Of course, mine is the best. But like people who your sensei's instructional, right? Buy
Yeah.
that, right? So that's the way to do it. You know what I mean? There's gonna come a time when I'm doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? And then Brian Glick, right? When
Yeah.
he releases his BJJ Fanatics video, I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy it.
Right.
1000% I'm gonna buy it to support him and to support the industry, right? I spend every month on Netflix.
Yeah.
Half that stuff is garbage, and a lot of what I watch is not gonna be good for me. I watched what is it, the Hunger Games series, like from front to back, like the other day. Like, how was that good for me in any way?
Oh, the Hunger Game movie.
Yeah, I was like sitting there watching it, like, oh man, cat, this is so hot. But like sitting there, like, why would I do that? Like I could buy Brian's video, right,
Mhm.
and support him, support the industry. And now I'm learning at Essential. And then when JT, he's teaching me stuff, and there's going to come, I'm going to try to absorb as much as I can from him in person. And then eventually I'm going to buy the video because I'm going to watch it and then ask him questions about it. Right?
I see.
Yeah. And I'm also, it's like, I'm not like trying to ask him free shit either. It's like, hey, I want to buy it. I watch it so I can reference it and then have a deeper conversation. And then, you kind of buy into it. I'm supporting it too. Supporting BJJ Fanatics and JT. So like that is the way to do it. And that will help me get better.
Uh-huh.
I get it. Why would I pay $90 for a DVD or whatever? It's because you're supporting your people.
Uh-huh.
You know? And maybe my
Yeah.
judo style is not good for you. Then if you're like,
And then look for other ones. Yeah.
yeah, look for your favorite champions and buy their video, and that'll support them. So
I
I think
see.
that's one thing that you can do right away.
Right. So, but in general, like put the money back, like try to bring the money back into the community.
Yeah, bring it
So
back into the
like,
community, spend with your people.
yeah. All
Instead of
right.
paying a Soul Cycle $50 or whatever it is for a session, take a drop-in class at a local dojo.
Yeah.
I understand some dojos and senseis are like, no, I don't want you going into that other dojo because you might get hurt or you might get staff or
Yeah.
whatever it is, whatever reason that they may be, right?
Uh,
As long as it's clear, support your local dojo economy. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I
Mhm.
go to gym sometimes and I pay a drop-in fee. And I say, dude, this is a non-negotiable. If you're not going to let me pay a drop-in fee, I am not going to work out here. You know? Yeah.
You're such a,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then sometimes they're like,
Yeah.
oh
It's
no, we
supportive.
always do a free trial. And then
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, but you know what? I'm not doing a free trial considering a membership. I can't make it here all the time. I just want to do a class. Can I
Yeah.
pay a drop-in fee? No,
Mm.
I'm not going to work out here. And then 9 times out of 10, they're like, okay. There's like little bit of song and dance, but I always pay. Always. I
Yeah.
always try to pay. Right?
Nice.
And if I
Nice.
look at their t-shirt design and it's a nice design, I'll buy it. If I can see myself wearing it and it's cool
Uh-huh.
and it fits tightly around the biceps, I will buy it. But if the bicep shirt is like it's a huge boxy thing that goes down to the elbows,
Yeah.
I won't buy it. I don't care how much I want to support you. I will not buy it because I won't wear it. The waste of fabric is bad for the environment.
That's a little bit of feedback from
Yeah.
Shintaro,
You got to make
who's
it
a
hug the
t-shirt
bicep.
guru.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I think the overall theme is like bring the money back into the community so it circulates and grows within the community
Within the
and
community.
doesn't
Yeah. Yeah.
leave.
Build
Yeah.
your industry that you're part
Mhm.
of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's very important. And, there's open mats and stuff like that now that you can do accessible. I know judo, it's not as possible as jiu-jitsu because there's an injury risk,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have that same like open mat culture because it's dangerous. It's 10
Mhm.
times more dangerous, then you don't want some random guy coming in and trying to destroy everyone and then doing different rule sets.
Right.
My dojo allows Tani Toshi. Well, mine doesn't if you're under a certain belt. You know what I mean? You get these
Uh-huh.
guys sitting into their beginner's knees or something like that. You just kind of can't have that because you have to protect your students, protect your people.
So you don't recommend running open mats as a step?
And yes and no. You know what I mean? It's like from an injury standpoint, majority of the times I'm going to say no. It depends who you want to send to those open mats as well, right? Like there's
Right.
no reason if you are not doing great in your gym, if you have so much to learn, and if you're not in great shape, and it depends. You know what I mean? Like,
I see. I
yeah.
see.
But if you're like a higher belt, if you're a brown or a black belt, you're at a dojo, Tuesday night, you don't have class and there's an open mat going on in a local area, go to that one. You know what I mean?
Uh,
But I prefer people say, you know what? I know it's open mat is free, but I would rather pay a fee, a drop-in fee, because then you're
Right.
supporting the local economy, the judo
Right.
economy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
I always try to stand with the judo people before I'm like, now it's like when I need a t-shirt, I'll check fujisports.com first.
Oh.
I actually have 4 of these shirts, which I bought even as an employee. I
Yeah.
bought them.
And
Oh.
they your bicep look huge in them.
Humongous. Honestly, this is the reason why I have this shirt, the Fuji wave. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what else? What else can we do right now?
So aside from that, I think marketing is a big one, and putting stuff on
Yeah.
Instagram. If you have a nice Tatoshi, post it on Instagram. Hashtag
Mhm.
Judo Life, something. Right? There's a lot of these meme things and Instagram things people are doing now, right? And you could there's a lot of creative people out there. We don't need to see you eating cereal in the morning anymore. Okay, we don't care about your sushi day. Put judo
So-
on your thing.
Yeah.
I have all these people follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Judo guys, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
When I go onto their profile and they don't do any grappling, they don't showcase any grappling. I know they're grappling because they're sending me messages like, hey, I like your stuff, whatever it is. I do jiu-jitsu or judo. And then I go onto their profile and it's all pictures of their day-to-day life, right? I mean, it's fine. It's great. You like sushi, you like the beach, you like hanging out with your kids or your wife. Oh, you have a hot girlfriend? I don't know. But that stuff eh, it's like what's the word? Mundane. Especially
Yeah.
if I don't know the person, unless they're like
Uh,
a stunningly beautiful somebody. Like, where is my value? Oh, but like, what is our connection? It's grappling.
uh,
So if someone follows me, sends me a message, and I go on their profile, and it's them in a
I
gi,
see what
and
you
then
mean.
I could
Yeah.
see their taitoshi and they're cranking on it, I would love to share that. Wow, this
Mm.
just sent me a message. His title is amazing. I like it. I would like a comment on it. I don't always, because I'm not like, I hate like sitting around, you know,
Yeah.
messing around on Instagram, with my kids in the room. So I try not to have my phone with me, when I'm with my daughter and stuff. Even though, I have it on me, but I try not to do
Yeah.
too much of that. So,
Well, I feel, I don't really post any judo stuff.
well, you should. That's the thing.
Instagram. I
You have a
see you
nasty
guys.
system, you guys don't have to do like a crazy instructional anything.
Uh,
You could just showcase some of your things, right? Like your left ippon senagi osoto, right versus left. When you
uh,
go to the left, you go
yeah.
ippon senagi osoto. When they step out, dropping ippon senagi
Yeah.
and throwing you back to the floor. You could do that 5 or 6 times, make it look unbelievably sharp with a good uke, and you can
Uh,
post that. If you did that, it would look unbelievable. People would be like, wow.
huh.
Right side, left side. Say, this guy's a true righty, but he could do this to the left side.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You should tag me and I'll reshare it. And then it'll be,
Maybe, maybe, yeah.
yeah.
Cause okay, so no talking, just like boom, boom, boom.
I mean,
You
you
mean?
can talk. You could be like, hey guys, this is my thing that I do. Or,
Uh-huh.
think about jujitsu, right? Like all these different names, the Eskimo lock or the De La Hiva was named after a
Yeah, yeah.
person, like let's name
Yeah, yeah.
some judo move after people.
I see.
Let's do the U drop
The huge
for Peter U. Why you
Oh,
drop?
okay. Okay.
The Y drop or something like that. Who
I
knows? How many
see.
people do you know do that? Right side, left side, high left ippon senagi into Osoto into a drop senagi. How many people do that? Not that many.
Well, I guess
Even at the
not.
highest
Yeah.
international level, you get some Koreans probably doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's a
all
unique
right. So
move.
yeah.
And that's gonna get a lot of love.
So it's not even just about marketing like outside of the judo community, really.
Oh, it's sharing what you know, man. It's sharing your
Yeah.
skills, sharing things, and then people will
So it's like
follow each other.
strengthening the network.
Strengthen the
Essentially.
network. Yeah, we all
Yeah.
need to produce content. And I went to the New York Open this weekend, and people are like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Shintaro, whatever it is, yeah, yeah, yeah." But there's so many guys who are great at judo who should be sharing some of the stuff that they do.
Right.
It's not a time to be shy about this stuff. Post it, and yeah, sometimes it's gonna suck, sometimes I look good, and some people are gonna criticize. But that's the nature of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Share your moves, share your best stuff, share what you're working on. Have like a sort of Instagram content. I follow judo guys now. I like Caitlin Jarrell's thing now. I know Caitlin forever. We're not like super close or anything. 'Cause we weren't really, on the same teams, but like
Yeah.
I've seen her forever. I say hi to her dad every time I see him, and every time she posts something, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm just happy that she's doing it. And I'm rooting for her. I'll like her stuff, whatever it is, and I'll send it to people who are working on that specific thing. You know what I mean?
So I guess that you kind of mentioned this a little bit, but I'm a little like self-conscious about that, like because
You shouldn't be, dude. You're like in the
yeah,
top 10 percentile of this. If you look at just
you were
regular
too
judo.
kind. You're too kind.
Did
But
you not
then
take
remember,
7th in nationals?
I did back in the day.
Aren't you a
Yeah,
New York State medalist?
yeah,
Huh?
I did. Yeah. But then like
Don't you have a
remember?
blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah,
And you were just bragging to me that you were submitting black belts on the reg because judo guys
no,
are
I
better at
did.
no than
I
BJJ guys.
was. He just made that up. He just made that up.
I made up. But you wrestled in high school. You have a lot
Yeah.
of background when it comes to the stuff.
Well,
Why
yeah, I
not
guess.
show it? There's a lot of people that can benefit from your style, and it's actually looks even better when it comes from you. You know why?
Why?
Because I have the look. I'm big. I'm a heavier guy. You're a lighter guy. You're wearing glasses. You're a software engineer. No, I'm telling you.
Well, then that's the thing, but though, like, I'm a little self-conscious in the sense, like, remember when I did the my left one-handed Tayotoshi on your channel?
Yeah.
I generally got good reviews, but then like there's one or two that
Yeah.
like I just like kind of like not I mean, the person I think was wrong anyway. But like
Yeah.
those things. So how do we handle that? Like I feel like a lot of people
Ignore
feel
those
that way.
guys. You gotta ignore those
Yeah.
guys. And you know what? I think that's one of the most important things about this thing that you could do right now is stay positive. No one needs to hear
Yeah.
whether it's the Hanagoshi or Uchimata anymore.
Yeah.
Say Otoshi. No, actually, it's not Say Otoshi. It's a drop, whatever. No one needs to hear that. Okay.
I mean, the comment was basically that. Like I wasn't like turning my
You know, this is the thing. If
black
you don't have
leg
anything
more or
nice to say,
something.
don't say it. You
Yeah.
remember that thing in the school,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, man. If you don't have anything nice to comment on the thing, just put like fire emoji or something, dude. Just support it. Just like do it for the
Right.
algorithm. Just like support your people. There's no need to
Yeah.
put each other down. It's like that guy's trash. Look, he's falling over. Is this Tanegoshi? It's Tayatoshi. It's actually not even Hara. Who gives a shit? Support your people. Be positive. It's
Yeah.
Os culture.
Yeah.
That's
Os
a
culture.
term that I've been using a lot lately.
Old
Judo needs Os culture.
old culture.
Judo,
Like
I walk
oh,
in
yeah.
to jujitsu school, right?
Uh-huh.
Essential. Not 9 times out of 10, I go walk in any jujitsu school. Obviously, people know my face, right? But
Yeah.
I walk in and it's like, Os. Right?
With a little hand.
Yeah, professor. And then the people will introduce themselves. Hey, my name is Joe. What is your name? I'm Shintaro. Os. Good training. Your Nishio is amazing. You know, oh man, can you show me that thing? It's Os culture. Right? Older
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
40
Very
something, could
supportive,
go
yeah.
into a jiu-jitsu school. Os, you know, I'm here to roll. I want a flow roll. They keep
Yeah.
at a certain intensity.
yeah.
They could do a training light.
Yeah.
Judo, you can't. Judo, you go in, everyone's signing them up. Let me bomb that guy.
Yeah.
That's not-
we have that.
That's not very Os.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not.
Dude, it's good. Later, we're gonna dedicate a episode for what O's is. What is O?
It's actually Oshite Shinobu from karate.
Isn't that onegaishimasu?
So there's 2 theories
Yeah.
about Os. We gotta dedicate the reason
Yeah.
why. Oshite Shinobu is like you push through and battle through and persevere is one. So they shortened it and said Os, like when they're like
Yeah.
training. But then
Yeah.
a lot of it is like Ohayo gozaimasu, like good morning, or
Yeah.
Os,
Yeah.
Os, Ohayo gozaimasu.
Os.
So Ohayo gozaimasu is like good morning.
Right.
And there's Os, Os. Yeah. It's
I was just-
super karate
yeah.
culture, actually, originally.
Oh, okay. Well, but and then your O's is a little different from that.
No, we're talking Brazilian Os.
The Brazilian O's.
Os, right? It's silly, right? But there's
Yeah.
an endearment.
Yeah.
It's a warmth there. It means essentially it's a universal salutation in that culture. That's like, hey man, me and you, we do this thing. Let's chill. Let's roll. You know.
See, that's it. You know, we'll definitely dedicate a episode about this. But one thing before we move on is that it kind of ties into judoka being overly critical to each other.
Overly critical, yeah.
I've seen judo people online making fun of BJJ people saying "osa" all the time.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like, why? See, like, that's a good point you made. It's a term. It's evolved into a new term. It's like a greeting, term of endearment.
Let it be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to have our own too. You know?
Yeah.
Well, let's just borrow Os culture.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, it's like, let's make Os a thing. It has this like laissez-faire Brazilian, like, hey, you know, Os, I'm a little bit late, but it's okay. You know, I hit traffic. I'm here though. Os, I'm here to train. You know, like, has class started? It's supposed to start at 7, but it's 7:14, and so it's okay. We'll just start when we start. There's like a little bit of like warmth and endearment, and that's what judo needs a little bit. It doesn't need to be rigid. We're not.
Yeah.
My dad did judo in the 40s and the 50s in Japan. That's a different time.
Totally different culture.
Dude,
Yeah.
Japan, when you think Japan, you think like first world country, second in GDP, actually third in US world GDP.
Yeah.
You think of this like thing, but pre-90s, when they had their economic boom, they were poor.
Yeah.
When my dad was there, it was right after the war, dude. It was a
winning
third
wars,
world
yeah.
country. There's 2
Yeah.
atomic bombs that were dropped on Japan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming through that time and having that rigidity of like, honor and strength, and like, we're going to take these airplanes and throw ourselves into it and then crash it into these things because we don't have enough steel and we don't have, we're going to build these planes out of wood and then we're going to suicide. Like, there's a different mentality, like you can't
Right.
have that mentality now. You just simply
Yeah.
cannot. Right? And you can't run your dojo like that. It's trash, it's a negative reinforcement. And, we're
Yeah.
teaching judo like we did in the 60s in Japan. It just doesn't apply. I mean,
Yeah.
so now the modern take is, you can see it. It's very visible. There's a success in BJJ in the United States. We're talking specifically United States. You look outside of the US, it's a completely different story. International judo is a
Yeah.
monster, right?
Yeah.
It's a whole nother thing. But if you look at the industry, you look at what jiu-jitsu is in the United States now, they have that O's culture, right? And yes, there's a little bit of that stuff like, are you belonging to this camp? Are you belonging there? There's like a little,
Yeah.
community.
Some drama.
Yeah, but there's stories
Yeah.
within the community. And it's not always a bad story, right? It's not always, you hear stories in judo, the drama.
Yeah.
This coach touched the kid. Like, whoa, we don't need to hit that. That's really like, yes, those people should be shot, put in jail. No, I didn't say shot, but like, those people should put in jail. There's no place for that shit.
Yeah.
But like this fun, like storyline of like, oh, this team went to that and this coach does this. And there's all these little stories that you can follow from within the community.
Right? The characters. Yeah.
Characters, people are visible. These little stars that are micro influencers and interesting people and characters are popping up here and there.
Yeah.
There's no place for that in judo if the head says like, oh, Pop, you are late, you out on time, don't post this shit on Instagram. Nah. Like, there's no place for that anymore. Let me show my Taitoshi. I've been working on it. I'm a green belt or a blue belt. They show it out. It sucks. This is trash. That kid's not gonna post anymore. It makes it not fun. It makes it not fun. So
should we come up with a hashtag right here?
Yeah. Hashtag.
Maybe we'll experiment with it right now. I'll post a video. I'll talk to Haroon or
Haroon. He's a character. Dude, this guy wrestled D1. Did he wrestle D1 or
D2? Great.
Oh shit.
D2. I can't remember. He wrestled in college. He was a great wrestler.
He's a great wrestler in college. Judo black belt. He's an amazing dude. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's freaking hilarious. Like, let him post some stuff. How come he never posts anything? I love him. Haroon's hilarious.
I'll talk to him about it tonight.
But that's the thing, right? And there's so many stories that should be visible that people can follow and listen to it and be involved with. You know what I mean? Like right now in jiu-jitsu, the story of Daisy Fresh, right? Like that's a thing. Like I didn't even know about them, and then someone was talking about it. I was like, "Yo, what's that?" And they're like,
I don't even know what that is.
It's like supposedly it's like a grungy gym in like rural Illinois or something like that, and they took over like an old laundromat and put mats down. They started scrapping, and they're very, very strong and tough. And all of a sudden now they're winning. What a cool story! Yeah, well, like
starting from the bottom now here, kind of thing.
Right? And a lot of these schools are now modern. They have music playing when the jiu-jitsu's rolling. Why don't we have more of that in judo? You know
what? I'm gonna talk to Haroon and see if we can make something.
So the listeners, what can you do right now? If you have cool judo videos, judo content, put it up. Post, tag me on the story. Seriously, and I will try my best to retag everybody. Sharing stuff. So that way, there's a little bit more coming from the community. I have a little bit more, reach in terms of eyeballs.
Yeah.
So if you post me, tag me, not always. I can't, and sometimes it's whatever it is, and I won't.
Right.
I got to do a better job with that too. I kind of want to use my reach for good.
Yeah.
That I developed it through just showing stuff. Hey, people like it. And I developed the following. Now I want to help other people sort of put their story out there, put their moves out there and stuff like this. So, buy your local judo t-shirt, wear it, say something funny, and then maybe I'll, add me in and then we'll post it, We'll do some of that.
Maybe hashtag show me your judo or support. I don't know. I'm so bad at this. Don't listen to me, guys. Yeah.
Come on,
yes. Yeah. Well, if you guys have a good suggestion on the hashtag so we can aggregate all of them, let us know. I'm not good at that, as you can see.
Yes. And I should do a better job too. sharing
Yeah,
stuff and post. I've started a little bit recently because I realized like a lot of these guys who are, they're sharing each other's thing, and
yeah.
we want stuff to leak
You
outside
know,
of just the judo community as well. If it's good enough, jujitsu guys will watch it, karate guys will watch it, even aikido guys will be like, "Whoa, what is
yeah.
that thing that they just did?" And then maybe they follow it if there's a lot of judo content on your thing and it's relevant. You know what I mean?
What, that reminds me of you telling me that like the BJJ friends, always share each other's stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I noticed that with Garmo's gym,
yeah,
dude, they're on it.
yeah,
Every time someone posts anything
yeah.
in that circle, like it's like an exponential growth reach. Like
It's,
5 people, 6 people right away. Boom.
I love this. You know
Yeah.
why? Like, I'm starting to see that with Essential too, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then like this kid Chaz just recently took a bronze at the Pan Ams,
Yeah.
and in adult purple, and he's amazing, right? And when he did that, it was on Essential right away, and now
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh shoot, this kid's an up and coming kid." Now they follow him, and then Chaz
Mhm.
like, "Thank you to Essential," and then Essential posts, reposts, and everything, and then it
Mhm.
shows up on my thing, and I'm like, "Oh shoot, there we go," right?
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
and that thing
right.
parlays, and then there's this other kid Matthew who went down there and also took a medal, right?
Yeah.
And then he was in a picture. So now I
Yeah.
can connect with that guy. And he doesn't have an Instagram, I think, but like if he did, they would tag him, and now I could,
Right.
follow him, right? So I can have a conversation with him. Like, well, dude,
Mhm.
remember that time, whatever it is, and so that's
Alright.
connecting people really through use of social media. I think is a big one. I understand there's a little bit of a liability thing, more so in judo, right? Because barren bowling to take someone's back is cool, but like
Uh,
somebody getting bombed on their head might not be cool. In the gym.
well, you get it. Someone getting choked is not cool either, I guess.
Yeah, but there's more. When the chokes are coming.
Yeah.
Getting thrown on your head, you don't know when it's coming, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
most surprised.
We talked
So
about
maybe
that.
like
Yeah.
less Rondori footage. I don't even want to see Rondori footage. But when there's Rondori footage, there's a winner and a loser, clearly. Someone's getting
Yeah.
slammed. Okay.
Right.
So maybe less of that and like more cooperative, collaborative content of, right, two guys
Mm.
showcasing their skill.
I mean, even the stuff BJJ people share is not about their rolling footage,
I mean, yeah,
right?
no. Technical stuff,
Yeah.
technique stuff. And the
Yeah.
more people can get out there and show and give judo tips to each other, I think it'll be better for the sport.
Mm.
Yeah, I think so. So
Alright,
like,
alright.
let's help each other market the sport. Obviously you want to be sort of like on the forefront of that. And, we want kids that are interested, who are on social media, who has those eyeballs, who are curious about grappling and martial
Yeah.
arts to come join us. you know? So
Yeah.
that's how we can do this now. Everyone go on Instagram right now. I know you guys are listening. I don't know whatever context it is. You probably follow a bunch of people, reshare their stuff, tag your friends into the comments and then send it to each other and do all this stuff. Really like, share, subscribe, and share. I already said share. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so to sum up, it's support your judo economy
Support your
and
yeah.
let's let's market each other better
Right.
and be kind to each other in the process.
It's
Yeah.
like you go to Starbucks, get a $6 coffee. You
Yeah.
go to judo, and then you go to a diner and get like a $17 omelet.
Yeah. What kind of diet are you
Yeah,
going?
I don't know, but like you're doing that. I mean, like it's like, okay, spend that on a judo T-shirt.
Yeah.
Why are you going to Costco and buying a shirt
Mhm.
if
All
you guys
right,
are
all right.
selling it?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's so these are some of the immediate things you can do to help
Yeah,
the sport of judo.
Yep.
If you guys have more suggestions,
yeah.
feel free to share it
Tag
with
me,
us.
Shintaro
Yeah.
Judo Shintaro NYC on Instagram. If it's good, I will share it. I shouldn't say that. I will try my best to share it. I really will. I
Yeah.
want to do that. And if it's
Yeah.
good, I want to give it to as many people as possible. And
Right.
share your judo. Show me your
Mm-hmm.
taio. Show me your sanadi. Hashtag judo throw. Hashtag takedown of the week.
Why not? Wait, you just said that word, phrase, show me your judo. Why not hashtag show me your judo like I suggested?
No. I came up with that right now. I've never heard that before.
All right. Whatever hashtag you use, maybe it's something yeah, just also send us your
Yeah.
best hashtag ideas and then maybe
Yes.
we'll pick one
Send it
and
to
then go
Peter's
with it.
personal cell phone.
That's all right. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, hope we can make the sport of judo better together.
Yep.
All right.
Oh,